What's up, YouTube? We are here in East Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee to be exact, one of my favorite towns in the country for obvious reasons. We're at the East Tennessee Fishing Expo. This is second year in a row I've been out here, and I love coming to see new vendors, some new product, and get some great deals. Probably gonna dive into the bull shad booth, some other swim baits. Let's see some new stuff. Guys, if you like the video, smash the like button. Leave a comment after the video. What was your favorite part of the East Tennessee Fishing Show this year? What are you looking forward to? And make sure you subscribe if you like the content. We'll see you inside. I'm at the McKee Outdoors booth and got a really cool new bait from a guy from Tennessee I've known a long time. His name's Saxton Long, and he's got the new Stealth Lures A-Rig.
Sir, so I've been working on this design right here for 6 years, and I finally got it perfected and it's ready to get out to you guys. Some cool things about it is obviously it's clear, so in clear water it performs way better than any metal rig just because of it disappears in the water basically. And the biggest thing with this is that it is so durable. Like you can basically catch 1,000 fish on this bait and it will not mess up. I mean, these arms, they bend and flex. You know, stripers, they don't mess it up at all. It's honestly unbelievable how durable it is. Like I've got guys throwing these from 3 years ago and they're still using the same bait today. And I'm just super excited to get it out to you guys. And this is Stealth Lures, so go check them out at stealthlures.com.
Yeah, so I've actually known about Saxton's little rig for about 1.5 years, 2 years now, and I've kept it really quiet. I've done a really good job, and these things are proven. It's a proven bait. He's did a lot of Texan, caught some giant bass on them. Went to Texas, didn't you catch one almost 10 on it?
I caught an 11.33 on it, and Tyler Anderson with Tyler Reels Fishing, he caught a 14.5 on this.
So, yeah, if you're an A-Rig guy, you want to grab one of these, go to the website. I'll get a link, put it in the description of the video. We're going to move on, find some other cool things. All right, guys, I'm here in the Hog Farmer booth. You knew I was going to stop by here, but new for this year, speaking of A-Rigs, is the new Micro Finesse Rig, Micro Tactical, I believe it's called. I'll figure out the exact name for it. Link it down in the description of Tackle Warehouse. But this is an itty-bitty, smaller A-Rig. You guys throwing the finesse swim baits and stuff. A lot of pressure on fish with A-Rigs. You can go down to this really small rig. Put them small, itty-bitty Kitex, the small Divine swim baits on here. Give them something different. And you know the quality with Hog Farmer, it's unmatched with any other A-Rigs on the market built this way. Scott's been around a long time. He's got tons of stuff here. You can see all the spunk shads, the original spunk shad back here behind me. He's got shaky heads and everything. All this stuff is on Scott's website, but you might want to grab one of these tactical rigs. This could be a really sneaky bait, especially late in A-Rig season where guys kind of put them down. So check those guys out, link in the description. Right behind me is the legend Mike Buka. We're fixing to do a little video. I'm here at his booth. He's got custom painted trick shads. He's got a new bait. He's got OG bull shads, HD bull shads, you name it. But I'm going to get Mike to do a little bit of video explaining the new bait he's got and the difference between his shad glide and the new trick shad.
How you doing, guys? We'll talk to you a little bit about glide baits. We have two different, completely styled different glides. Basically the same exact profile, but as a builder, we have the joints cut completely different. That gives you two distinctively different actions. This is our wide glide, and this is our trick shad. You can notice the difference between the tails. One has like a 45-degree tail, and the other one has maybe a 30-degree tail. And what the difference is this is designed to glide really wide. And this one is more of a chop style bait. They have a lot of overlap and when in your usages while you're fishing, but the advantages of this bait right here is it glides 4 to 5 feet, sweeps. You can get it up under docks. If you make an errant cast, you can get it back on track by half-stepping or side-stepping the glide. It also is good for getting under laydowns, bumping into trees, whatever. You can actually physically steer this bait. This is what I call a cover glide because of the fact that you can steer it in and around cover a lot. Now the trick shad, which is a really popular bait for us, has more of a choppy style, more erratic and stuff. you can't glide it as far as you can with this bait. But this bait makes a lot of noise, a lot of racket, makes a little bit more sound because you're constantly working it. It has a very natural action, more fluid and more streamlined than a lot of other guides. But they also have a lot of overlap. And when you can use these in open water, you can use them around boat docks, or some features, some fish like the wider guide more in the wintertime than they do the choppy style. But I always have both tied on and make sure that I throw them both equally to see what the fish prefer that day. So we got two of them, trick shad and wide guide. New bait for us is the live gizzard shad. One of the adventures that we have at our shop is we have a test tank, and oftentimes I put gizzard shad in there. You learn a lot as a bait maker about how fish move in the water, and that is the one thing that I tried to replicate with this, is the live gizzard shad. The cool thing about a live gizzard is you can see their tail is constantly swerving. Their head is actually swerving as well. So this is what this capitalizes on. That tail is constantly moving back and forth like a live gizzard that's turning. So that's when I developed this bait. I sat in my drawer for about 2 years, and then I had a buddy send me a lip that he said I should try on it, and I put that unique lip shape on this bait. That tail, before I put the lip in there, it was staying straight. It was just coming back like this. But now that this lip is on there, that tail goes back and forth. It's a very realistic approach. It's 14 to 16 feet. It's about 9.5 inches long, 10.25 inches long with the bill. It's a big bait. It's great for feeding live gizzards, stripers, that kind of stuff. The first fish that we ever caught on it was that's my Aston Malone. He got a 10-pounder up there in Tennessee. So this is our new product for 2024, the live gizzard shad.
I think I have found the biggest pile of crankbaits ever over at this booth. My buddy Richard Cobb, the crankbait king, as you can see back here. Eric, he's got you beat, dude. I'm telling you, the crankbait king has got the stuff here at the East Tennessee Fishing Expo. And I actually got a little something from him in my hand here. There's a couple mimic balsa baits that I've been searching for 5, 6, 7 years. Cobb found them and I bought them from him. I really, really appreciate that. I'll show it to you, but guys, y'all have to check out all this stuff. Just one table, all rattle traps, cordell, I mean, all kinds of stuff right through here. We got some OGs, we got some new stuff, jigging spoons. Here's some Lucky Craft. Check out all these fat-free shad. This is a good one here. This is a Build Ants Series 1. I got some flat A's that color. Rapalas. Oh man, Crankbait King even got some Jane juice up in here. Got my color bait. That's awesome. All these Risto wraps right here. Just tons of great stuff up here. Oh man, look at all the Excalibur. Spitting image, waking image, popping image, thin ends. There's our mans. We like the mans. Some more Lucky Crafts. We got even more stuff over here. I mean, we got some Fat A's, some Wiggle O's, a Magwort, Lord Jensen. Just tons of crankbaits. I've never seen anything like this. Just stopped by a different booth, Clutch Swimbait Company. If you guys have seen his baits, man, he makes an awesome glide bait. And he's got a new one out called the Eco. And I'm gonna get Josh here to show it off to you, the difference between some of his models of swim baits. And man, dude, these things look good.
All right, let's talk about some of the offerings from Clutch Swimbait Co. So we've got the OG. The OG is the bait that it's the bait I started selling. I made a lot of baits before this, but this is the first one that I offered to the public. It was originally a hand carved bait. And in the past several months, we sent this off to get 3D scanned. It's now a perfectly symmetrical bait. It's a choppy style glide bait, but because of the way it's weighted, it's gonna have a really good smooth saunter back and forth in the water, get nice and wide. So that's the Clutch OG. Now from there, we got the Darter. This thing is a chopping bait on steroids. So basically really fast user inputs, an 8-to-1 to 10-to-1 gear ratio, and you're just chop, and it's gonna shoot back and forth in the water really quick. From there, we got the Clutch Boss. The Boss is a big, wide, slow gliding bait. Accepts quite a bit of user input. You can get fairly choppy with it, but for the most part, this is our monster hunting bait. Super thin profile. things, if I'm trying to catch that biggest fish in the lake, this is the bait I'm going with. Now from there, the brand new bait that we got out, this is the Clutch Eco. So the biggest issue with glide baits is the price tag. Like, it's getting insane. Like, baits are getting $500–600, and this is a bait to kind of counteract them. We did a ton of research on this thing to make it super, super durable. So we've been baiting on these things with a pair of side dikes, and you will not chip the paint. You will chip the resin before you actually chip the paint. So super, super durable. You can hit a dock and mock Jesus, and it's going to look just fine. So that's the Clutch Eco. The price tag's $95 on that bait, and that's kind of what we got as an offering from Clutch Swimbait.
I am somehow in this booth and it stinks. I mean, it stinks really bad. Like, I think somebody had gas up in here, but then I got to looking around and I seen these sweet creature baits right behind me. This is the Motion Fishing Booth, a new company to me, so I'm going to check them out. What's stinking is the Hogzilla. Check this thing out. They've got some that obviously they shot with plastic, but look at this thing. So kind of like a beaver type body. Real long tails, like an oversized kinky beaver almost. But these are all hand poured. And check this. This is the rowdy beaver. It's not crazy. It's not wild. It's rowdy. So they got some cool stuff here. They got some great looking little jigs here. I think I've seen this company maybe on TikTok before, but really cool seeing this stuff in person. That's why I like these shows. They've got little previews of their baits, you know, as they come out of the molds. Green pumpkin green. Got lots of good natural colors. And that's the rowdy beaver. Just a little walk through here. This is a really cool little jig trailer. This is the penny crawl. Like that. I like these jigs too. Looks like they got a good hook on there. Hand tied, made in the USA. That's what I like to see. Here's a penny crawl as it's out of the package. Cool looking bait, man. And they got some really good looking little finesse jigs as well. So check these guys out. Motion Fishing. All right, guys, I'm here in the Pulse Fish lure booth with my good friend Todd Go. He fishes the NPFL. Won some money this year. Small check. But he's got a great company, Pulse Fish Lures, and he's got something here he wants to talk about. It's breaking. It's coming out at the Classic.
Hey guys, so we're gonna have these about at the Classic, but that guy right there, Matt Airy, we're going to have 6 rods in a Matt Airy Tournament Edition line. This is one of those rods. This one's going to be called a check casher. We've got a name for every one of the rods for different applications. There's 6 rods in the Matt Airy line. Going to be 5 casting and 1 spinning. We're also going to have 6 rods in the Pulse Fish line, which is 4 casting and 2 spinning. So we're going to cover a whole lot of different applications. The rods mesh well together between the two. But check these out. We're going to have them at the Classic. They're going to be in your tackle store sometime in April. Really light, super quality components, Fuji guides, lightweight, just an awesome rod. We look forward to getting these to you guys.
I'm over here at the Accent Fishing booth. They make some of the best spinnerbaits on the planet, and if you don't believe me, just ask Jacob Wheeler. He has won a ton of money on these things. I remember selling these spinnerbaits when I was in the tackle business when I was like 18 years old on Kentucky Lake. Rest in peace to Jeff Evans. He made a ton of money on these things. And they even have a color I designed called Purple Crush. And it's a good seller. But they got a new spinnerbait. And I'm going to have Brett from Accent tell you all about it.
All right. So new for this year, we got the Subtle Series spinnerbait. Everybody knows the River Special. It's always a staple on the Kentucky Lake, on Tennessee River. Now we've got a small Subtle Series. It's going to be great in the fall when they're on that really small thread fin. Got a different head design, great hook keeper, bait keeper, and small blades. And premium light wire design as always.
Purple Crush, I wonder how that color come about. One of the all-time great spinnerbaits on the Tennessee River, especially where I'm from, Lake Barkley, Kentucky Lake. These are all made in the United States. Grab a few of these guys. You can get them on Tackle Warehouse or order direct from Brett. All right, I got something really cool. If you guys are real geeks and maybe not tackle geeks, I'm over here at Dominator Performance Reel Tuning with my buddy Sam. He's got some sweet bearings for you guys that love to kind of upgrade your stock setups. And I think it's about time I do that myself.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Sam Currency with Dominator Reel Tuning. We are the only bearing manufacturer that offers a limited lifetime warranty on a ceramic bearing. And it's a true ceramic bearing. It's not just stainless races and a stainless crown. It actually has a poly insert, so it's about 90% more or less on the ceramic side. So limited lifetime warranty as long as you're not fishing with them in salt water. Very easy install. And it gets you super smooth. So essentially you can take a low budget reel and over time fish it for a little while, come back, you get tired of it, put a set of bearings in it, we can upgrade it and make you happy with your equipment again. Check us out at DominatorReelTuning.com.
Guys, I'm over here at my buddy Mike Russell, Bag5Baits. In my opinion, one of the best custom painters in the country, and you gotta see all this stuff he's got. He's got some new colors. I actually saw a little sneak preview of this thing. This is what he calls purple splatterback. This is on a 6XD. Check that, it's almost got a little bit of a green back to it, but it's got that purple splatter. I love this. So if you're a fan of the OG Bandit splatterback or even the striking splatterback, a little mix with some purple in there. Of course, he makes these in all kinds of different baits. But he's got a lot of stuff in here, custom painted up. I mean, some little chick maggots. There's that demon crawl, that little purple and red. This color right here is sweet too. It's kind of a green. Look at that powder blue belly on there. A little green. So just an example of some of the paint schemes he's got. So Mike is around at your local boat show or whatnot. You can see just a wall of custom painted baits here. Craw colors, shad colors. Check this out. Oh yeah, that's right. But and if you're looking for gravel dogs, Strike King gravel dogs, he's got some gravel dogs custom painted, and he's even got it in that new color, that purple splatterback. So make sure you check Mike out. He lives right down the road from me, Bag5Baits here in Benton, Kentucky. He knows a little thing about custom paint stuff, and he'll do anything. You can send him whatever, but get on his website. I'm at a booth that these are some East Coast guys, and I'm talking East Coast,
Northeast Coast, baby.
Northeast Coast. Got Beast Coast. They're
What's
awesome.
up, man?
These guys have always treated me really, really good, but I love their jigs, their baits, and I'm gonna get them to show you some of the newer stuff you haven't seen, and talk about it.
What's up, guys and girls? Derek here with Beast Coast Fishing. The Baitman stopped by to say hi. So real quick, we're here at the East Tennessee Fishing Show. One of our most popular products here has been, well, truthfully, the Little Magnum. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about this product so far. We just introduced a couple months ago that 3/4 ounce size. So this is a 97% tungsten jig, which is different than tungsten compound, so you can educate yourself on that. But for now, that is a tiny little product for a 3/4 ounce jig. Trademark of the Little Magnum is all the weight is in the head of that jig, so it is the fastest falling jig on the market. We've also got that micro line tie, which just makes it glide and disappear through grass, so it fishes incredibly well in grass. I actually use 2 different hooks in the manufacture of this thing, which is why that eye is so tiny. We got that 3/4 ounce size here at the expo. These are all wire tied underneath the band. We've got them on show special for $7 for the 3/4 ounce size and $6 for the 3/8 and 1/2. Real quick, the other thing I want to talk about is the L-metal version of our sniper jig. So the sniper jig's been kind of a phenomenon over the last year. We work with Travis at Smallmouth Crush on this pretty much definitive smallmouth jig, although guys fishing for spots and largemouth are loving it as well. But the tungsten compound original version is a retail of about $5.69 to upwards of $7. So we've gotten a lot of demand for kind of a lead version. So we did it, and that's the lead L-metal version, lead compound. Same construction, hand-tied, 2.0 BKK hook. We've got beautiful powders on these, little L stamp, just so that you're reminded when it's in your box that it's lead, so that you can go throw this around the rocky stuff and lose 10 of them and only spend $40 instead of 70. So this has been a popular item here too. That's our sniper jig. And then the last thing I want to cover real quick, we've got some of these left here, but that's our 2.85 slow flow. This is an extremely slow swimming finesse swim bait. We use a different formula than pretty much anybody in the industry, as far as I'm aware, for all of our plastics. But it's great for a bait like this because it wants to shred instead of tear. So you can catch a lot of fish on this little sucker before you got to start replacing them. But more importantly, you kind of flange this tail. It's got a kind of semi-boot tail. And what that does is when you're creeping this thing and you barely need to move your reel handle to get this thing to kick, and it'll actually impart motion and action all the way up the bait. So instead of just the tail kicking, you actually get kind of a body shimmy and roll on this little swim bait. And that's pretty unique to all the finesse swim baits in that 3-inch class. So that's the slow flow. I don't want to waste a lot of BaxterTheBaitman's time here, so I'm going to let him go. I'm also really tired of talking already, but you're the man. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
This is day 2 of the East Tennessee Fishing Expo. I'm only going to stay for a couple hours, and I'm going to go over here and check out the new stuff from Battle Baits. I was in the booth last year. They had some cool stuff, and we're going to go talk to Flint about some new products. I've already seen some more compact spinnerbaits. Seems to be a little theme we got going here at the show this week, and let him walk you through some things. Man, dude, his paint jobs, his skirts, his details, they are awesome.
All right. Hey, I appreciate Kevin coming by the booth. I'm a huge fan, and the opportunity to show off new products, awesome. We just dropped our minigun finesse spinnerbaits last fall. They've been absolutely our best seller ever since we dropped them. We have a custom 3.5 Willow. We also have a 3.5 Colorado custom that we're tying as well. So we're super pumped about that new bait. And probably our Commando underspin screw lock. It's on a heavy 604 Gamakatsu. You're gonna be able to pull in giant spots, giant smallies, not bend that hook out. It's an awesome application. We got them in 3/16 and 5/16 sizes with a 2/0 and a 3/0 Gamakatsu in there. Also, we're getting ready to drop here in the next couple of weeks a 1-ounce spinnerbait line too. Well, we're adding to our existing spinnerbait line, but we're getting ready to drop that 1-ounce. So we have a couple of these here on display for people to check out. It's been called for a long time, so we're super excited about those as well. Now, I also talked to Kevin a little bit, and we got a bait that we've been fishing all winter. We're excited about it. We don't have them in stock. We were debating on whether or not to show them. Probably going to be a bait next year, hopefully by next summer. Fishing deep, clear water reservoirs with forward-facing, can't say sonar, but it's a little Demiki style head right there with the light wire owner hook. It's going to be an awesome head as well. So we're super excited. The show's been awesome, and I just appreciate you coming by.
All right, guys, it's getting really busy here on Saturday. I'm going to go over and look at some JDM tackle with this guy right here. He's always in the YouTube streams. This is Rick Bartz. I met him at ICAST, 6-7 years ago, and he introduced me to like the gang craft and some other stuff, and it caused a lot of problems with my wallet. But he's with, what is it, Lee's Bait and Tackle?
No, Japan Import Tackle.
Japan Import Tackle. And let's go with Rick and look at some cool stuff real quick. All right, Rick, show me some of this JDM goodness that the guys are sleeping on.
For the forward-facing sonar guys, Fish Arrow has been a hot seller for us. The aluminum strip that's inside has been reflecting really well.
Really?
Yes. Let me get on this side. I gotta see what's behind me here.
You're fine. Man, lots of cool stuff. And what is this? This is like a hairy hog?
Hairy hog. It's been a good seller for us over at least 10 years.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I know the Amakatsu name. They make a lot of good stuff. The Wattle Bat, that's one you introduced me to.
Yes.
Really, really cool bait.
Yeah. The stealth swimmers, the smaller sizes. Nice. The dead slow lazy swimmer.
The G-Flag.
G-Flag.
The original, not the cheap $12 version.
No Nessie stuff here.
No Nessies. Look at all these finesse like micro TN38s.
TN38s.
So I like the TN50s.
Tungsten.
Man, I love the Japanese stuff. Got a few mega bass, you know. What is this up top? The Fuka bait?
The Fuka bait, Nori's. It is a dead slow bait.
Really?
It's a dead slow.
Awesome.
Yes.
So y'all having a pretty good show introducing these East Tennessee people to some of this stuff?
Yeah, we have a lot of lookers, but we
Right.
have people that come right here for us because they know we're here.
Absolutely. Any other cool stuff? Swim baits, anything like that?
No, shipping delays.
Shipping
As
delays.
usual.
Yeah, so is that kind of an issue sometimes with the import stuff, the shipping and whatnot?
We had flag 255s coming in and the 170s, but I don't know when they're going to be here. Should be in the next few weeks. They will be custom colors.
I got you. So,
And you're probably going to be able to get them on Japan Import Tackle. So if you follow them on Instagram, it'll be a bonus because they're going to sell out in less than an hour.
gotcha. I'll have to do that. I'll link all that in the description and everything. I'll check out some more stuff. Rick, I appreciate you, man. Good friend of mine.
Thank you very much.
All right, you know, guys, I love me some Balsa crankbaits, and that guy right behind me is one of the geniuses behind Balsa crankbaits. It's Rob Cochran, Jaw Jacker Lures. I just bought a couple little flat sides. I'll kind of give you a little gambit of what he's got over here. I might even let Rob talk.
We got the model PT, the Sunny Bees. I got an older model I brought back, the Deep Bad Shad. It goes about 8-10 foot. Shaky J, I ain't built in about 20 years. Just kind of a medium action, 6 to 8 foot. Good crawl through rocks. Mama J's, of course, you gotta have my Mama J's down here. They're kind of special to me. Everybody knows the story behind that. That's about what I brought down here, but we'll be in Gadsden, Alabama, March 8th, 9th, and 10th. If you guys, anybody down in around there, come see us down there at the venue.
Guys, last video, last booth of the video, I'm here at Folks Custom Cranks, and this is Nick Folks, a little bit of an internet legend, and he's really expanded from just custom painting baits, and now he's got like his own line of baits, but he's also got a bunch of OG stuff and whatnot. I'm gonna kind of turn it over to Nick. I'm gonna put him on the spot and have him walk you through the booth and what he's got to offer. He does shows all across the Midwest.
We got the flat 5 tungsten. So we wanted a flat-sided bait that had a different sound to it. Every flat side you fish is either going to be silent or have a little baby rattle, but we wanted something with a tungsten one knocker. It's a lot like fishing the Excalibur trap that everyone loves, the one knocker trap. Got the same tungsten internals on that one, so it's a pretty neat bait. Runs 3 to 5 foot. All a bunch of different custom colors. Paint every single one you see here. We're going to hook him up with a little chartreuse and purple action.
No way. I just bought two, so I want to support you, Nick. And one thing I see, you got a bunch of OG stuff.
Oh, yeah. So we got just a little bit of everything. Had a whole bucket of Excalibur. Some guy came and bought them all. Got Lucky Craft jerk baits. It's all a friend of ours in our bass club passed away, and he had about 60 years worth of fishing collection. So we bought them out and have them kind of offered for some of the guys who haven't found some of those baits that got discontinued in the 70s, 80s, 90s even. So just a whole lot of everything we carry. Those aren't online, but if you have something that you need, hit me up and I'll dig through and see if we got it as well for you.
What shows you going to after this one?
After this, we'll be at the Columbus Fishing Expo. Then we're going to go down to, you're calling me on the spot. After Columbus, we got Cincinnati Fishing Expo in Ohio. Same time we're doing one in Youngstown, Ohio. Then we'll be at the Alabama Fishing Expo towards the end of March. It's in Gadsden. We're going to be in Cartersville, Georgia, about end of February, and then lastly we're at the Bassmaster Classic. So hopefully we can check you guys out at one of those. If not, all my stuff's online, folkscustomcranks.com, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're just now leaving the expo. It is raining. It is getting cold. I'm glad we got here early on the second day because that line is super huge. Oh, great stuff this year, man. Got some great swim baits, some glide baits from Clutch, Bull Shad. Crowd is insane. I liked it better this year. There wasn't as much flea markety, discount bin stuff. Good baits for good companies. I'm going to link all the stuff in the description of the video. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe. See you guys on the next one.